Hello again. I'm back. It's been a while since I've been on, but I'm going to come to you again, and I would ask that you bear with me today because I have a lot to say. So, think about this. Is this America, or is it the America that you dreamed about, or is it the America that you know? We are in a terrible situation or a predicament. I could say, is this what you had in mind when you grew up? That you would be living in a place where you have become a second class citizen. And so I'm going to be talking a lot about the situation or the condition of the America that I grew up knowing and loving, the America that I was willing to serve. It's just not the same thing anymore. And I say that because, again, that America is declining rapidly. And if we want to look at it spiritually, we can say that America is in a backslidden condition. We're just spiraling completely out of control, no matter which way you look at it. And what I'm talking about is I'm talking about the condition, the leadership. So I'm going to start there with the leadership. The leadership is none. We have no leadership. We have no law. We have nothing to hold the country together. And wherever there's no law or no order, then it's chaos. And that's what we're facing now, chaos. And the leadership, again, that is non-existent, is just walking around telling us, don't believe what you see, but listen to me. We're in great shape. Our economy is great. But you can't go to the grocery store now without an application for a loan, just about, or your credit card, so that you can either put some of the stuff back or put it on your credit card. Everything is out of control. Gasoline is too high to buy. We're just falling by the wayside and smiling all the way. And how did we get here? We got here by being complacent and just wanting to have our own way. And I'm going to go somewhere now that it may cause a lot of controversy. And that would be good, because if you got something that you would like to disagree with me about, or something that you do disagree with me about, I would appreciate it greatly that if you'd comment so that I can respond and point my point of view out to you with receipts. So we have a president now who, honestly, I don't like, and I don't like anything he stands for or anything that he does. But when I see him, I feel sorry for him. I have compassion for the man because he's just not there. If you listen to him or if you saw him, you will know that the man is not there. And if you can't see that, then I venture to say there's something terribly wrong with your perception of the human condition. So that's where we are. So we don't really know who's running things around here, because we know for sure, again, if you've seen him, that he's not. He is not running or making any decisions that amount to anything. So let's get that out of the way first. And his whole administration is crazy. I can say that just yesterday. Tried to watch the news, couldn't bear it. The Secretary of Defense is on national television reading two lines that he could have just looked into the camera and said, we're sorry about what happened to the 3 American soldiers who got killed. But he's reading something about I, being the president, we won't tolerate this kind of activity, and we're going to respond when we feel like it, with the way we want to do it, and when we want to do it. And then that's all about that. No condolences that I could see to the family of those fallen soldiers. And went right on to talking about the error of his ways. That he's sorry and he apologized to the president for not telling him that he was going to take off for a month and have surgery and so forth and so on. And then he came up with this idea that black people get more prostate cancer than anybody else. I guess that's what he was insinuating when he said that, blacks especially with the prostate cancer. So to me, that was not a response of a person who really cared what happened to his soldiers. And he's the man in charge. And while he was out for those 30 days or 29 days or whatever it was, our soldiers have been attacked 165 times, and we have retaliated 4 or 5 times, blowing up empty buildings and open spaces or whatever they're doing. But nobody's really had to pay for the damage that has caused our servicemen. And it's got so bad now until they're starting to kill them. And what it tells me, in my humble opinion, is that we're sending our soldiers over to foreign countries for target practice. They are playing war games, and we are the subjects. Because I don't think we are allowed to fight back or shoot back or whatever the retaliation or self-defense methods would be to curtail this counterattacks. But that's what's going on in our America. And see, I'm an older guy, and when I was growing up, nobody wanted to mess with an American. And when I was in the military and we went overseas, we were highly respected. Everybody wanted to be our friends because they knew that if they messed with America, that there would be consequences. Now there are none. They can do anything they want. And by that, we look at, again, 2 New York police officers attacked by a group of illegal immigrants on the streets of New York. Beat them up. They went to jail and then walked out of jail and then flipped off the country. Well, you know what flipping off means. With the middle finger, both hands, to show you how serious this one fellow was. He did it with both hands. And another one he just did it with one hand, bless his heart. But here these people are, illegally in our country, beating up our law enforcement officers and then walking out of jail free and flipping us off. How can we account for that? And when I started this, did I not say that we're spiraling completely out of control because there's no consequences? There's no consequences. Just came from California early this morning. In California, you can go into any store, take $950 worth of merchandise, and you're free to go. Don't have to pay. Just go in, get it, and walk out. If anybody mess with you or say anything to you, they get fired. What kind of country is that? What kind of rule is that? And when the immigrants come here, violating our laws to get here, then come into the country and violate laws, and nothing happens. Do you think they're going to turn out to be responsible citizens of this country when the country has no rules for them to follow or no consequences for them to pay when they violate the rules that we do have? I'm talking about we're in a terrible fix. And here's where I'm going to lay this. I'm going to lay this at the feet of the Democratic Party. I just have to go there with this. It has to be at the feet of the Democratic Party, who wants to have sanctuary cities where people can come, violate it, and then you can't do anything about it. So this is where, and you say, well, there's Republicans. Well, neither party. I want to straighten that out too while I'm sitting here, so you can hear it come out of my mouth rather than say what somebody said. I registered Republican. I am a registered Republican, but I am a libertarian at heart, and I do not, I don't even consider the Democratic Party. And the Republican Party is hard to live with because they are a bunch of either lazy or do nothing people. They're just not in it. But they at least have a platform that is more consistent with my beliefs than the Democrats does. And the Libertarians, they have a great platform, but they don't have an opportunity or a chance to win. So we have to vote with our hearts, and my heart is with the Republicans' platform because they believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Whereas the Democratic Party, to be honest with you, and I've said this before, so I will say it again so nobody don't forget it. And I really like to have some feedback on this one because I say that if you are a Democrat, you cannot be a Christian because the Democratic Party is evil. The Democratic Party is anti-Christ. That's the best way I can put it. And for what reason? Because of their policies, because of their platform. They believe in some of the simpler things as the right to choose, or that's what they call it. Yeah, the right to choose, so that you can abort babies at whatever age they consider. And I think they, in some places, says that they can be born, lay them on the table, and then the doctor and the mother figure out what you want to do with them. And if it's abort, then they go ahead and dispose of him from the table. So, and if you don't believe that, just go check out what the governor of Virginia said last year. You can find it on the internet. Everything is available nowadays on the internet. Social media is great in that sense that if somebody says something that you don't believe or that you believe and want to verify, go on social media and you can find it. So you can find that he wants to take the babies out of the womb, lay them on the table, and then decide what to do with them. So that is one of the reasons why I can say that the Democratic Party is evil. That's one of the reasons I can say that they're anti-Christ. And again, if you disagree with that, want to discuss it, come in. And I will definitely get back to you and I can show you where you can find the answers to these things. Because people tell me, I've been Democrat all their lives, so, they can't do nothing else but do. But I say you need to change, or you need to reevaluate your standards. But at any rate, that's neither here nor there. I can't convince anybody to change their party affiliation, and I'm not trying to. I'm merely stating my opinion, and it's an opinion that I can back up. So if you're a Democrat and you think I'm lying or this is just evil Republican talking, I'm not a Republican again. Libertarian would be what I would own up to, and then we can go and check this out and see where we stand on it. But we are in a time now where we're in trouble. And if you don't think we're in trouble, just wait and see. I majored in accounting. Business administration is where I got my paper, but accounting was my minor. And money in banking, supply and demand, drives the economy. And you'll see where we will end up. And if you want a good example, you just go read up on Venezuela. That's the last one to fall. Read up on Venezuela and see where they were, how rich they were, and how powerful they were until a couple of years ago. And you'll see that America is a great country. America is a powerful country. America is a country that people dream about. And that's why they come, because we are that light on the hill. But I'm telling you right now, that light is getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. And the light is going to go out. I would say it's just about done. The amount of people who are coming to America and being treated as if they are prima donnas, while we are being treated like second class. Well, why are you saying that? Because have you ever tried to fly from one place to another inside the country lately? You have to have identification. You got to show up a couple of hours early. You got to let them look in the cavities of your body almost, and through your baggage and everything else. And if you don't have the proper ID, you can't fly. These people show up in the country illegal, and they're flying anywhere they choose to go. They don't have to have no ID. They don't have to have no background checks. They don't have to have anything. Just get on the plane and go. You can't do that if you are an American citizen. And this is why I say, we've been treated like second-class citizens in our own country. And the people who are breaking our laws and coming here illegal, they get the red carpet. I mean, how long ago has it been since we were talking about the homeless condition, the homeless situation, and how it has grown? Did you see anybody putting anybody up anywhere? Anywhere. Now, you get illegals coming in, a bunch of them come to a place, they close the school down, put the kids out, put the illegals in the school so they'll have somewhere to stay, somewhere to sleep. In New York, you 5-star hotels. And I understood $500 a day rooms. They put them up in there. And room service, food. And they had vouchers, cash vouchers, and cell phones. All of these things, they give them for free. And then we have people who were productive citizens of this country who fell upon hard times and became homeless. They're sleeping out on the sidewalk in tents. And nobody cares. Not one bit do they care. But we have to pay for all of those people who are coming over here. And millions have shown up, and it has not stopped yet. And as long as this Democratic Party is in office, they're going to keep coming. You should invest a little time looking at the hearings that they have on this thing with the leaders who are in charge of the border. Secretary Mayorkas. He'll tell you to your face that the border is closed and everything is fine and they're doing everything according to the law and the way it's supposed to be. And you sit there with a picture right beside him making that statement with thousands of people coming through the walls illegally crossing our border, and he says it's closed. I'm trying to say that they don't care what we think. They don't care what we see. They're doing what they are doing because that's what they want to do. And why do they want to do that? Because they're evil. They are evil. And they don't understand that when the country is destroyed, they're going to be part of that destruction also. What are they going to do? But they're making big money. They're living in gated communities. They're flying all over the world and telling you that you need to ride a bicycle or drive a Volkswagen so you don't pollute the air. But they get in their jets and fly from San Francisco to San Diego. Just short distance. Wherever they want to go, they just fly, and burn all kinds of gasoline, creating all kind of carbon footprints. But you need to ride a bicycle. You need to cut down. You need to stop using your dryers, your gas dryers, your ovens, and we're going to get rid of all your fuel burning energy sources so that we can get to the sun and wind so that we can cut down this problem. And then they go home and have a big barbecue or whatever they're going to do. It is, what I'm trying to say is that we are being shortchanged, but we're paying the tab, you know? They're eating and drinking, we're washing the dishes and paying the tab. It's just a sick, sad situation. And here's the kicker. Here is the kicker. One man created this problem. One lone man created this problem. And he was the man of my dreams. And I'll tell you why. It was Donald Trump. He came in and he started doing things that was contrary to the norm in Washington, D.C. And the reason I say he was a man of my dreams, because long before Donald Trump decided to run, and I wrote a book probably in 1998, I believe I wrote my first book. If you get a copy of that, or if you need a page from it, I can show that to you. I said in that book then that what we need for this country is a businessman, somebody who knows money and banking, who knows that without the supply and demand policy, then the country is going to go broke. And I was saying that again back then because of our foreign aid policy. We were giving money to people that we were borrowing money from. And at that time it was Japan and China and another country, Lithuania or somewhere. We were giving them foreign aid, but yet we were borrowing money to, I guess, pay foreign aid. I don't understand it. I don't understand where these people come from. And this is why you can't trust Democrats or Republicans, because that's who is running the country. You had a libertarian or two around there somewhere, but it's only one or two. They vote probably don't even count. But Democrats and Republicans, they are the same animals, you see. And now Donald Trump come in and he wasn't neither one of them. He ran Republican like me, and I probably vote Republican because of their policies. It's more in line with our character. And so he ran and won. And since that time, caution has been thrown to the wind, because you know what? Evil will kill itself just to kill you. Evil will kill itself just to kill you. So you see, they don't care what happens to this country as long as they get Donald Trump. And you look at it now, the FBI, CIA, everybody got cases on Donald Trump, trying to put him in jail, trying to bankrupt him, trying to do anything they can do to destroy him, and everything else around us is falling in on us. But they're going to get Donald Trump. We're all going to go down, but they got Donald Trump. They stopped him. And this is where we are in America today. And this is why I come back on. I haven't done one of these probably in a year maybe. I don't know, maybe even longer. And again, my voice doesn't go that far because nobody knows my name. But I put them out there anyway, just in case you hear, you can have something to think about. And this is why I say, think about this. So you think about the way of the world today and who's running it. And then you decide. God bless, be safe, and as long as we got God on our side, then whatever the world does will not affect us. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And all things works together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So you see, when we stand on that, we don't have to worry about what's going on in the world. But you should know so that you can be ready, so that you can help your family members out, so that you can help your neighbors out. So God bless again. And Think about this.